Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 26th of March to the 1st of April 2018. We are coming out of the spring equinox, and this weekend we're in the final days. So if we've let go of what we don't want to take forward, if we've rinsed ourselves off and held a state of grace and purity, then we're now ready to let new energy fly in. We've made the space, so there's a bit of a buzz about this weekend. We can do some internal healing by flushing ourselves with the golden energy as the sun rises at this time of year on the spring equinox. So we're ready to start a new cycle, and the first 2 days of this week is more about tuning into your faith and your flow, not having to know where we're going just yet because we are in the Mercury retrograde phase. But with Mercury travelling so close to the sun, it's about finding that pure thought and the inspiration behind what it is that we're planning to do. So leaving a lot of space in our plans, but connecting with the excitement, connecting with the joy, tuning into our intuition and looking at our internal guidance system to see what really feels right, and letting go of anything that's being done out of habit or obligation. So that's very much for Monday and Tuesday. If we do that very strongly on Monday, concentrate on our intuition, what really motivates us, then we get more confident by Tuesday, joyful and light, and practice going with the flow. This I find is quite difficult for a lot of people because we're fooled into believing that we control our lives with our mind. It's all about planning and mental and action, but letting go and trusting that inner wisdom and trusting that we'll always be at the right place at the right time is a little bit difficult because that's not what's taught to us everywhere else in society, but this is something that we owe ourselves to go in and find for ourselves. By Wednesday we have Venus meeting Uranus, and this is a big theme about the head and the heart coming into balance. So at the equinoxes we tend to recalibrate, we tend to balance out and in, up and down, light and dark, masculine and feminine, and we are coming up to the full moon in Libra, which will amplify that. But with Venus and Uranus conjunct, there's something new about the way that we can rearrange where we're living from. So the head and the heart isn't just thinking and feeling, it's actually which one's in control, which one's running the show, and have you got your balance right? Are you honouring each and then coming from a place of authenticity? I feel by Thursday that Uranus will deliver a message, a flash of genius or a bright idea that makes something that was once complicated seem very, very simple. So normally the simplest path is the best. We overcomplicate, we dollop on a load of other things onto a current problem or issue, and we bring ourselves to a state of inertia. But what's the simplest? What's the most pure? So look out for bright ideas, look out for inspiration on Thursday. Get to really the heart of the matter and where you're living from and what you're living for. So tending that inner flame by Friday, the bright spark can grow into a burning fire of desire. As long as we don't have attachment to plans and outcomes, it's just about tending the inner fire and connecting with our desire and our passion, as we have so much Aries energy in the skies at the moment. And then by the weekend on the 31st we have the full moon in Libra at 13:37 UK time, and this is at 10 degrees. So Libra is the opposite. Libra is the autumn equinox. So we've got the spring equinox happening with the sun, and then the full moon comes along, balancing that Libra energy. And wherever Libra is in our chart, we explore our relationships with others. Relationships have become a bit convoluted because it's just literally whenever we're relating to another person or to ourselves, that is a relationship. We learn so much about ourselves when we do engage in relationships with other people, but whatever we're holding inside repressed in our subconscious is actually where we attract from. So at this time of cleansing, at this full moon in the sign of relationships, the subconscious may be bringing up repressed anger, insecurity, jealousy, fear of abandonment. Any of these issues that are within us in our early life, we tend to magnetize relationships to us that will trigger those, that will bring those points up, so that we can experience, observe, explore and expel these denser energies. And then once we've done this, we can attract more purposeful soul connections. So I like a few things about this moon. The full moon's at 10 degrees Libra, and 10 is the balance of masculine and feminine. The 1 is the masculine, the 0 is the feminine, and they're in perfect harmony. At the same time, we have Venus returning home to Taurus. Venus is very happy in Taurus. It's sensual and heart-centered and present and heartfelt. So very comfortable energy there with Venus coming home to Taurus on the full moon in Libra, which is also ruled by Venus. But Venus in Taurus is about our own heart, really, and Venus ruled Libra is about where we find our heart and where we find our balance with others. So if we look at the whole week, the lesson this week has been about aligning our head and our heart, and this full moon shines the light on our thoughts and feelings, our words and actions, our motivation and aspirations, and cleansing how we relate to ourselves and how we relate to others. This has been a long haul, something that we've been working on since 2012, so this year coming, because this is a new year, as we step over the spring equinox into Aries, start a new solar cycle, and this year we should be able to attend to final details and achieve a sense of emotional freedom, maybe mental freedom as well. Those two are tied together. So this isn't something that we should have to keep doing over and over again. This time that we're living in now is about breaking the habits, breaking anything that's not true, releasing anything that's served its purpose, and becoming lighter and brighter. The real meaning of enlightenment is less dense, so that we can shine more brightly. So a very lovely, fluent, heartfelt week, tending to the final details, honouring the equinox rite of passage, and reflecting under the full moon in Libra at the end of the week. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. If you'd like to explore where these energies are happening for you, I am available one-to-one or over Skype. And of course I also have my private members group on Facebook, where we can discuss things as they come up and other interesting subjects. I have a number of online courses where you can learn this for yourself, but with access to me to ask questions. And I host a number of meet-up groups in London if you'd like to come along and explore intuitive astrology, tarot, and all manner of esoteric subjects. With one of those meetups, astrology and tarot, I actually record the first half, and that's available as MP3. If you can't make it here personally, then you're welcome to buy the MP3 and tune in remotely. So for any of that, please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.